Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, along with Chuck Rasmussen, as we are set to get things going. In fact, we just had the first pitch. Let's just turn that mic right over to Chuck and get going.
All right, thanks, Ken. This is Luke Flitter batting for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. And the count, that swing, and that went off the catcher there. Catcher Ty Wagner. Pitching today for Prairie du Chien is Maddox Jacob. Behind the plate is Ty Wagner. And we'll finish the infield here. Aiden Mccluskey is at first. Brady Russell, the second baseman. John Nicholson is playing shortstop, and Tommy Mara is at third. Colton Thompson out in left. Owen Oldenburg is in center field, and Chase Fischer there in right. The lineup for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, they come in today with a 24-3 record. And Ken, somewhere in the next inning or so, I'm going to have you give down the how did they get here in
Sure.
these games and all
Okay.
that. And depending upon the time that's needed here by Wagner, we might get that in here too. But the lineup for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, it'll be Luke Flitter leading off, Casey Bartelt batting second, Will Krupp batting third. Ian Stoffel batting cleanup today. Stoffel the catcher. Sam Baker is the shortstop, and he'll be followed by Ian Sable. The bottom three in the lineup here for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs is Nate Miller, Caden Blank, and Brad Butts.
We'll take just a quick break and come right back. Let's take a look at some of those sponsors supporting today's broadcast. All right, we're set and ready to go here after a short timeout here due to an injury, but looks like Wagner's going to be up and ready to go.
All right, after a couple warm-up pitches here again, it's pitched by Maddox Jacob. Count now 0-2 to the leadoff batter, Luke Flitter. Flitter, the third baseman for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. Second team all-conference player. Just finished his senior year in high school. 1 for 8 in the tournament. And he's going to follow that one back to the screen. Ken, I'm also going to call on you to give us the umpire lineup, too.
Okay, sure. How about after this pitch?
That sounds fine. And that pitch is actually, I think, behind Flitter, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
Just a bit inside. Well, behind the plate, Lynn Eisensee is calling balls and strikes tonight here in this first ball game.
1-2. It's a ground ball. It's going to be towards Russell at first, and he'll toss over to Mccluskey for out number 1.
And Nick Betts down at first base, taking care of the chores over there. Vernon Danes at second, and Rich Kaiser down at third base, watching the foul balls, and, of course, anybody coming in at bag number 3 here as we go to the second batter.
And this will be Casey Bartelt. He's the right fielder and all-conference player for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. He's going to take the first pitch for a called strike. Just finished his senior year, number 21. 1 for 7 in the state tournament so far. Count 0-1 on Bartelt. A bunt attempt, and back to the screen. The 1-1. Fouled off. Nice crowd here for this game between Prairie du Chien and Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. Count 1-2 on Bartelt, and it's now 2-2. Count goes full. Yes.
If I remember right, I think Bartelt took the loss last night against the 138ers.
Okay. And that is a walk to Bartelt. This is Chayka's second pitching stint, if I believe, correct?
Yep.
He pitched was it the first game?
I believe you're right.
And struggled a little bit as far as with control. But with the Wagner have to move the broom from the field side of the diamond and over the fence, and now it's in 2 sections. It's like, oh, darn, didn't mean to do that. This is Will Krupp, the center fielder. Krupp, number 5. Boy, we saw him make a heck of a catch yesterday.
Yes.
Graduated a year ago, 2 for 7 in the tournament. Quick reminder, too, that the statistics that we give you are very much unofficial, but again, we expect that they are very, very close also. The information from coaches, some of the managers, some parents, and we very much appreciate that information. So thank you. The count 2-1 on Krupp, and Krupp follows that off. Don't see all their ball catchers right now.
No, they're they're a little slow getting here today.
Maybe at the swimming pool or something.
That's probably true.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Just got back in.
Here at Viroqua Park, probably around 80 degrees. A few of those fluffy, nice clouds in the sky. No wind.
So did you run into the rain going home?
I did not. But there's a called strike, and that's out number 2. But there were somewhere probably close to 1,000 bugs that committed suicide last night on my windshield, I swear. So quite a mess.
They were coming after you.
Yeah. At least I'll take the bugs versus deer, which
yes, there you
we
go.
hit one with a wife's car here about a month ago. Still waiting for the repairs. About $5,000 worth.
Ouch.
Yeah. There's a throw down to second.
Oh,
They're
boy.
going to get the runner there. Bartelt out by a couple feet. Good throw there by Wagner. So at the end of the first half inning, 0-0.
Well, we come back. We will say zeros on the board, but it's only half an inning. We'll wait and see what happens here on the bottom half with Prairie du Chien.
All right, leading things off for Prairie du Chien will be Maddox Chaco. He'll be followed by Colton Thompson and then Chase Fischer. The top three in the order for Prairie. Prairie comes in with a record of 17, 17, and 2. Chaco pitching today. On the mound for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs is Nate Miller. Behind the plate is Ian Stoffel. That will bounce in, and the count now 2-0. Ian Sable is at first. Brett Butts, the second baseman today. Sam Baker at shortstop, and Luke Flitter is there at third. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike on Chaco. The outfield, Caden Blank. In left, Will Krupp, the center fielder, and Casey Bartelt in right. Another breaking ball in there for a strike on Chaco. Chaco, all-conference player of the year in the conference, the SWC, also an all-district selection. And there was a swing, and the ball went down to the ground, but a good job by Stoffel to toss it on over to Sable for out number 1.
Well, taking a look at Prairie du Chien and how they got here, they lost opening game against the host 138ers. That was a 5-inning loss, but they've really bounced back. We'll pick up on that in a moment.
All right, Colton Thompson batting now. Thompson, the left fielder, all-conference selection also. Number 5 on his back. And the count 0-1 to him. Which is a ball. Thompson just finished his senior year in high school, 2 for 8 as he comes into today's game in the state tournament. There's a ground ball towards second. Butts. He's got it, and he'll make the play at first.
Taking a look here, Prairie du Chien, the Grasshoppers bounced back on Saturday, picking up a win over Wittenberg, and then moved into Sunday's game, and they defeated the Westby Coon Valley squad in a good ball game. I think the final score was something like 7-5, 7-4, somewhere in that vicinity, earning a spot here today.
That's going to bring up Chase Fischer, the right fielder for Prairie du Chien. Fischer, number 32, graduated a year ago, 3 for 9 in the state tournament. There's a chopper foul down the third baseline. Count 1-1 to Fischer.
The Ledgers, they picked up a win on Friday night, the 5 o'clock ball game over Waupun. That was a big contest right there with those two teams coming in with great records and a lot of respect for each other.
Pitch outside to Fischer. Count at 2-1.
Ledgers really controlled that ball game, though. I believe it was something like 7-2 or somewhere in that vicinity, but they won that one rather easily.
There's a fastball from Miller for a strike.
Then the Springs played Westby Coon Valley, and they won that one in a very solid ball game to run their record to 24-2. Last night took on the host Viroqua 138ers and lost 7-2 in another good ball game. Tough pitching and good defense all the way around, and now they're coming back through here in a consolation side.
Count full on Fischer. That was a check swing, and ball 4.
Well, Lynn Eisensee was shaking his head going, you'll know when it's a strike.
Mm-hmm. This will bring up Aiden Mccluskey. Mccluskey, the first baseman. Number 25, left-handed hitter. Has finished his senior year in high school, 2 for 8 in the state tournament. An all-conference selection, all-district selection. Toss over to Sable, covering first. Fischer back easily. Count at 1-0 to Mccluskey. Count goes to 2-0, just a little bit low. Runner at first, Chase Fischer with a walk. Fischer gets a short lead. That pitch is going to get away from Stoffel. And Fischer will be down to second on a wild pitch.
Yeah, we had made the trip down to Prairie du Chien, checked with some folks, and we had about 4 or 5 businesses that said, hey, yeah, we'll support this broadcast. So I appreciate that. We'll mention those in just a moment.
Mccluskey with a base hit towards right center field. The runner at third, round in third, and he'll be up easily. And that's Chase Fischer.
Well, I tell you what, just a nice swing. He just lifted that ball on a soft line drive out, split that defense perfectly.
That's going to bring up Ty Wagner, the catcher. Another left-handed hitter. Wagner, second team all-conference. Will be going into his junior year in high school, 2 for 7 in the state tournament. And there's a high pop up. Who's going to take it? It's going to be the right fielder, Casey Bartelt, with the catch for out number 3. But one run across here for Prairie in the home half of inning number 1.
Well, some of the sponsors from Prairie du Chien, one of them is Jim's Bar down there on Blackhawk Avenue. We appreciate Scott and that whole crew down there supporting the broadcast.
All right, to the top half of inning number 2, it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 batters for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. Ian Stoffel, Sam Baker, and Ian Sobel. Again, I apologize for any names that are mispronounced. Trying to do our best. I may get it right somewhere along the line if I say it 2 or 3 different ways.
I've done that a few times.
All right. Got it right? Or said it a couple?
No, a couple, 3, 4 times, yeah.
All right.
I figure one of those has got to be it.
All right. The 1-1 pitch fouled off. Count is 1-2. You know, I'll go back to all those bugs that committed suicide last night. Here's another story. On the way up yesterday, I saw, if it wasn't brand new, very close, brand new, beautiful yellow Corvette.
Oh.
But why would anybody? There, and that Stoffel's going to wear that one. Hit by pitch. He'll go on down to first. Big Iowa. Black. Written on this, right on the hood, and then some designs.
How could they damage the car like that?
Yeah. I mean, boy, that's got to take the value down quite a little bit. You do, picking on Iowa there. But, at least they were driving in Wisconsin.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, they're getting something right there. But it's like, why would you do that to a car?
Oh.
But I had parked yesterday when I came in by a beautiful yellow Mustang, too, and I'm just like, wow, nice cars. Oh, that one fouled off the bat and off the top of Wagner's head.
Well, I tell you, he's had a rough go of it already here.
Yeah.
We're only in the second inning.
It's like, I didn't sign up for this.
Well, somebody in Westby has got just a sharp red with black Corvette, and they're usually parked right in front of me. It makes my little SUV, I get a little envious once in a while.
Beautiful cars. All right, Baker, the shortstop batting, all-conference selection. He's finished his junior year 3 for 9 in the tournament. Count 1 and 2 on Baker with a runner on first, and that being Ian Stoffel. Top of the second inning, the pitch inside from Chayka. Both pitchers had 19 pitches in that first inning. Pitch is high and away to Baker. Pitch, as the runner takes off, is fouled away. Count full to Baker, the pitch. And Baker will take ball 4. So runners at first and second, nobody on. This is going to bring up Ian Sable. Ian Sable, the way PA man has pronounced it. Sable, the first baseman. Number 27. Just finished his senior year in high school. And has a pretty good tournament so far, going 4 for 10 as he comes into this game from the plate. Runners at first and second. Sabo swings at the first pitch. He's going to foul it out of play. Takes a. Well, we got a couple of guys back chasing him down.
They forgot the game was 5.
Yeah. Brewers make big trade today.
I heard.
Shader go.
Man.
San Diego. Yeah, 4, I think 2 pitchers and maybe 3 and an outfielder. There's a bunt attempt. And there's a throw down to second, but it's going to get away. And the runner will stay put, though. That's Stoffel.
Well, there again, Oldenburg doing a nice job, Chuck, of backing up the play. He saw that right away, and he was scooting over there in a hurry.
Count at 0-2 on the board. Runners at first and second. Nobody down. And this is popped up to left center, and it's going to be Oldenburg, the man that Ken just talked about, making the catch for out number 1.
Well, we want to say thanks also not only just to all of our sponsors, but Eddie's Irish Pub down there on Marquette Road. Tell you what, that's a great place to go for a sandwich. Enjoy some friendship around there.
To bring up Nate Miller. Miller pitching today. Will be a senior this fall. I've got him down for no official plate appearances so far. He'll take that one high for a ball. Again, runners at first and second, 1 out. We're in the top half of the second. Pops this one up and out of play. Young man with a freezy in one hand, going after that.
He knows a good thing.
Yes, he does. Pitches outside. Count it 2-1 to Miller. Stoffel and Baker get their leads. There's a swing and a miss by Miller. And the count at 2-2. One down. Chika gets the sign. Steps back. You know, did we see a balk yesterday, Ken? Do you remember?
I don't know that we saw one yesterday.
But boy, the 2 prior days,
Right.
we saw probably close to a dozen of them. And a lot of hit by pitches also. And that'll be a walk. So the bases are loaded. A hit by pitch and 2 walks. The next pitch will be the 40th from Chaka. This is going to bring up Caden Blank with the bases loaded. Blank, the left fielder. And I do not have an official at bat for him neither. High. 2-0. Quick timeout called.
We'll take a break and come right back with more here from the Park Bowl.
Pitch. There's a called strike on Blank. 2-1 pitch on the way. Popped up. Being in. Okay. Now the outfielder, the center field, Oldenburg will make the catch. Yeah. And that was out number 2. Going to bring up the number 9 batter, second baseman Brent Butts. Butts just finished his senior year, number 24, looking for his first hit in the tournament, and I've got him down as far as 0 for 4. Base is full. And the count at 2-0. There's a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Jacob brings the ball pretty quickly. And that one's fouled off to the screen. And we're at 2-2. Base is full. 2 down. The 2-2 pitch. And a swing and miss. Butts goes down with the bases loaded for the 3rd out. We'll go to the home half of inning number 2, 0-0.
Well, the folks down at Leisure Time Sports Bar and Bowl in Prairie du Chien enjoying today's broadcast. I'm sure they've got their TVs focused in on these Grasshoppers, and here they are up to bat.
All right, this will be John Nicholson, Tommy Mara, and Brady Russell. Nicholson swings at the first pitch.
Look out.
Whoa. You get a freezy for that, Roger. Almost got it, yeah.
I knew that was coming in close to us.
Yeah. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1 to Nicholson. Did you see in between innings here, Miller must have had on some jewelry, and they had him remove the necklace, lack of better terms, whatever it was, too. Did you see who was the major leaguer? Was it Pujols? Who was it that had went up to bat and broke his?
And it broke, yeah.
Gold neck chain.
Yep.
And
gave it to the umpire.
Yeah. And as he says, well, that's gold.
Yeah.
That is gold.
You tell him, like, I'll be back for it in a minute here. You know.
There's a strikeout, Nicholson.
Then he goes and cracks a home run.
Yeah. Did he?
No, he didn't on that one. But he did get a hit, I think, though. I think he wound up. He got a single, if I remember right.
All right. This is going to bring Tommy Mara to the plate. Mara, second-team All-Conference, playing third base today. Oh, and he's going to take that one.
Just couldn't get out of the way.
Hit by pitch.
Well, thanks to the kind words, one of the ladies here, one of the fans for the Ledgers, said to Chuck and I about it's such a nice broadcast, and we really appreciate that. So thanks to you folks down there in Fond du Lac area watching today, and I'm sure we got many of them cheering on the Ledgers.
All right. And it's Nate Miller on the mound. Batting now is Brady Russell. Russell playing second base. Number 13 on his back. Graduated a year ago, 4 for 8 in the tournament. Having himself a good tournament at the plate. At first base is Ian Sable. Brett Butts, the second baseman, Sam Baker at short, and Luke Flitter at third. Fouled off. The outfield, Caden Blank, Will Krupp, and Casey Bartelt.
I thought, if you say Blanc, isn't that like French or something maybe? I don't know. It's just, I mean, I could see it being that.
Yeah. There's a pop-up towards third. Flitter will make the catch.
Yeah, easy play for him. He's got great range anyways, but that one he only had to go about maybe 10, 12 feet.
The number 9 batter stepping into the plate now. It's going to be Owen Oldenburg, the center fielder. Just finished his senior year in high school. 1 for 8 in the tournament for Prairie du Chien. Going to take that pitch a little bit high. There's a called strike to Oldenburg. Count it 1-1. That's inside for Miller. Runner at first. Mara gets his lead. Miller. There's a ground ball to Baker at short. Baker tosses that over to Butts. At second for the force out. No runs across for Prairie here in the second. They lead 1-0.
PDC Dentistry, located at 210 Ohio Street in Prairie du Chien. Bringing you today's ball game. Of course, that's Bjorn Thompson and his team.
Top of the third inning and the top of the order here for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs will be Luke Flitter, Casey Bartelt, and Will Krupp. Ken, I'm going to ask you another Flitter takes one and hit by a pitch down to first. Beautiful stadium here, beautiful day. People have been beautiful to work with.
Yeah.
One thing to another. Over here to the concrete bleachers, the seating area here to our left down the third base line there. Kind of neat if you ever get the time to come down and read some of the information on there about the Legion Ball and everything else like that too. And they're talking a little bit about the history of this diamond, this complex and that. And they said at one time, so my question before I go any farther, the hill out in center field, do you think that's natural or not?
I want to say yes.
All right, my next question, and there's a pop-up that's going to go and fall in there for a base hit for Bartelt. Just over shortstop's head. Well, if I remember correctly, that they said this has been home to football, baseball, softball, a number of different things. And I thought they said on there, too, that it was amateur ski jumping. And I know Westby has a ski jump there, too. So I wonder if that was a man-made hill there, and that at one time was then for practice jumping.
That's a great question. I do not know.
There's a bunt, and the pitcher's going to throw on to first to Mccluskey. Shake it to Mccluskey for the out.
That's a great question. We'd have to ask Gary Gilbertson. I'll bet he would know.
So Flitter is at third now. Bartelt at second with that sack. And one down, and it's going to bring up Ian Stoffel. Stoffel was hit by pitch. And he'll swing and miss on that one. Number 17. Stoffel looks like he's got the arms to really pop one out of there. He gets a hold of it, too.
Yes, he does.
Probably has that ability, batting cleanup. Second team all conference.
Well, he'll draw the walk. He wasn't sure.
Wasn't sure, that's right. So now the bases are full. One out. This will bring up Sam Baker, the shortstop. Baker walked, was left stranded on second. Baker all-conference selection. Finished his junior year in high school. 3 for 9 in the tournament. A strike. 0-2. It was just last inning that Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs left the bases loaded, did not score after a 3-up, 3-down first inning.
Yeah, they've been, I'll say they being the Grasshoppers, playing with fire here. Ooh, that one buzzed him on the chin area.
Jacob brings that ball pretty quickly. 2-2. Count full. Bases are full. One down. Sam Baker at the plate. Pitch. And that'll be walk in a run. So bring in Ian Sobel. Sobel flew out to center field for the first out last inning. Bases loaded. Catches the outside part of the plate. 0-1. 1-1. Two and one. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. This will be pitch number 68 from Chayka. And there's a called strike, making the count at 2-2. Runners get their leads. Again, bases loaded. And a fly ball out towards right center field. The right fielder is going to make the catch. That's Chase Fischer. And a run will score.
I thought, I kind of thought, oh, nice. I didn't think he was going to get there. But a good sacrifice fly. He got it out there plenty distance, and now the Ledgers have the lead.
2-1. We're in the third. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And this is going to bring Nate Miller to the plate. Miller walked last inning. There's a fly ball out towards left. Colton Thompson and Oldenburg, and it'll be Oldenburg making the catch from center field for out number 3. But a run across. We're tied at 1.
Chuck.
All right, the bottom half of inning number 3. Chayka swings at the first pitch, and he has a fly out to center field. I lied to you. Sorry about that. The score 2-1, not 1-1. With Fond du Lac scoring 2 runs in that last inning.
The only ones that might question forgiving you would be the Ledgers. No.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
All righty. It's 1 down. This is going to bring up Colton Thompson, number 5. Thompson grounded to second base for the second out in the first inning. We're in the home half of inning number 3. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Thompson. In between innings, we got a kind of a rundown as far as the history to the hill out in center field that is natural. They did the ski jumping. There's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit by Thompson.
I knew we'd get the answer from somebody.
Yeah, and they did the ski jumping originally to our right in the parking lot. They had built up a huge sand mound and then some scaffolding and then ski jump from there. And then they later moved it to beyond the concrete bleachers. And they ski jumped and landed in what is now left field. Chase Fischer batting. Takes a called strike. Runner at first is Colton Thompson. 1 out. Aiden Mccluskey on deck. On the mound, Nate Miller. Miller to toss over to first, and that ball's going to get away from Sable, but he'll hustle after it. Thompson wisely stays right there. Behind the plate is Ian Stoffel. Brett Butts. At second, Sam Baker, the shortstop, and Luke Flitter playing third. Another breaking ball in there for a strike on Fischer. The outfield is Caden Blank, Will Krupp, and Casey Bartelt.
Well, thanks to the folks, our friends at Sports World Die Sports, we've known those that team down there, Chuck, for probably 45 plus years.
Yes.
And tremendous job and great people.
Yeah, since the mid-'70s.
Yeah.
Late 70s.
Late 70s, yep.
That was, hate to date us, that would have put us about 2 and 3. But, Chase Fischer batting now. He walked and has scored the only run for Prairie du Chien. Count 0-2 on him. Runner at first, 1 down. There's that breaking ball again. This time Fisher's able to get a little bit of the bat on it.
Tell you what, he had a good swing on that curveball.
Mm-hmm.
But again, a tough pitch.
Mm-hmm. Miller at pitch 41. Jacob finished the half inning there at pitch 71. We're in the third. 1 on, 1 out. The 1-2. Runner takes off. Pitch is fouled back. The 1-2 again. That's going to bounce back to the screen, and Thompson will be down to second easily on that wild pitch. Count 2-2 on Fischer. There's a breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. That broke probably 1.5 to 2 feet.
Boy, that was a tremendous break.
So bring up Aiden Mccluskey, the cleanup hitter. Mccluskey has singled. Now 3 for 9 in the tournament. Mccluskey, an all-conference player. This is outside to Mccluskey. Another miss from Miller. And we're at 2-0 with a runner at second. The runner on second is Colton Thompson, and we have 2 down. That's going to get back to the screen again. Thompson on over to third. Count 3-0. You let your cleanup hitter swing away. Now it's going to get back to the backstop, and Thompson will score on a single and 3 wild pitches. Mccluskey down to first. This will bring up Ty Wagner, the catcher, and second team all-conference. Will be a junior this fall. Flew out to center field in the first inning. a called strike on Wagner. Down in the dirt again, kept in front though by Stoffel.
He did a nice job of moving to his left, keeping that ball in front of him.
Yes, the 1-1 pitch is outside. Count it 2-1. There's a high fly ball out towards right center field, towards the fence.
Whoa.
And Wagner got it all for a home run. So a 2-run home run for Ty Wagner.
Yeah, he's just one solid young man.
No, I was going to ask before that. I mean, Wagner's just going to be a junior in high school. Where does he? If he isn't out for football, I'd be extremely surprised.
Right.
Where does he play? I wonder what position.
Yeah, that'd be a good question.
Brings up John Nicholson. Nicholson struck out for the first out in the second inning. 2 down here in the third. The breaking ball just misses. And Nicholson will take that one. Graze off the chest. Here's one for you, Ken. I told you my grandson was playing ball yesterday.
Yeah.
And he 8 pitches off and on. He said, well, how did things going? He says, well, he said, I got kicked out of the game. I'm like, what? He said, well, I started pitching an inning, and he said, how did it go? He got a hit by pitch. He hit a guy, and then he got a strikeout, and another hit by pitch, and another strikeout, and they hit a third guy, and they got the rule there. You hit 3 guys, you're out of the game. So, well, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you had to leave the game or leave the pitching mound. You didn't get kicked out of the game, but.
Oh my goodness.
But, oh well. There's a toss over to first. Trying to catch Nicholson napping a little bit, but it's going to be Tommy Mara batting now. Mara was hit by pitch in the second inning. Another throw over. Just misses Mara. 3 runs across for Prairie here in this third inning. This will be pitch number 59 for Miller. There's that breaking ball in there for a strike.
He's tough with that.
He is. He is. Down to dirt. Now, if I am correct, is this the first time we've seen Miller pitch in the tournament?
Well, I think so. I'm trying to remember.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know we saw Cheka in the first game.
Yep.
So now 60 pitches here for Miller. That's going to be high. Count at 3-1. Runner on first, John Nicholson. And Tommy Mara. Batting. Be followed by Brady Russell if he reaches. Nicholson gets his lead. Fouled back. Brady Russell hustles across, picks up that ball to the screen and gets it back to the umpire. You think the umpires remember that when a guy hustles back and tosses it to him?
I don't think it's going to matter as far as balls or strikes or anything, but I think what they do is they remember that and they talk about the teams and who wins a sportsmanship award and who's got hustle and playing the game right. I think that's where they remember it.
Okay, there's a base hit down the right side of the field by Mara. It's going to be bobbled momentarily out there by Bartelt. The throw's coming home, and they're
he's safe. Whoa.
Nicholson is safe at home.
How did he avoid that? That was right on.
So a base hit by Mara. Mara moves on to second on the throw, but a run batted in. Good hustle by Nicholson. That sun's going to be starting to play a factor here, or could play a factor here pretty soon too.
You're right, Chuck.
It's going to bring up Brady Russell. Russell has popped out to the third baseman and fouls that back to the screen. 4 runs across in the inning for Prairie. That's down, and the runner will, Tommy Mara, move on to third on a wild pitch. We've already seen 1 run score on a wild pitch. And there's a base hit to left by Russell. Mara will score.
And I think we're going to probably see a pitching change here, Chuck, as Coach Bartelt coming out. We'll take a break. We come here to the Park Bowl in Viroqua, and we do have a pitching change.
It's going to be Keegan Wagner pitching for Fond du Lac now. It's a fair ball, about 8 feet down the line, right on the line. And it will be the out 2-3.
Well, 1 pitch and got the out. We'll be back. Well, thanks to our friends down at Prairie du Chien once again, and it happens to be Tiller Furniture. Since 1950, experienced that full block of furniture store.
Top of the fourth inning, it will be Caden Blank, Brett Butts, and back to the top of the order, Luke Flitter. For Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, they trail 6-2. Again, top of the fourth.
And thanks to all those other great sponsors from the Westby, Viroqua, Coon Valley area and beyond, my Chaseburg area, my appreciation very, very much. Well, here comes Nate Chaka. He's talking on the way out, bringing everybody in. We'll take another break. Curbside takeout, and of course, dine in. Kickapoo Creekside is looking forward to serving you. Give them a try, and you'll come back. The Legacy Grill and Pub. Stop in after work. Enjoy one of the Legacy's special meals. Watch the games throughout the week. Unique upstairs banquet hall for your Christmas parties, large dinners, rehearsal suppers, and adult birthday parties. Well, a quick change here, Chuck. Let's take a look and see what do we have.
All right, now on the mound is Brady Russell. Russell inherits the count from Chaka. Tommy Mara at second base now, and Maddox Chaka over at third. Yep. Chaka out with 74 pitches. Blank with a walk. There's a called strike on Brett Butts. Butts struck out to end the second inning. Shows bunt, pulls the ball back or bat back.
Chaka was coming in hard.
Runner at first is Caden Blank. Nobody out. The top of the fourth. That ball gets by Wagner. And Blank will move on down to second. Just hearing the guys, maybe you catch up part of the conversation on in the background here as far as this, pitching is it's tough here. You get this many games and limits as far as pitches. Wagner throws it. Second baseman Mara not looking for the ball. And Oldenburg backing it up once again.
Yeah, nice heads-up play there again by the center fielder.
Mm-hmm. Butts takes a called strike. Count 4. Getting right about that time where it's getting tougher for me to see the scoreboard there. 3-2 though, nobody out. There's a ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Nicholson holds the runner and then over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there by Nicholson. He's, again, strong arm.
And you can tell he's played a lot of ball too. He knows what's going on. Going to go back to the top of the order, and it will bring us up to Luke Flitter. Flitter has grounded to second base, walked, and scored. Scored the first run for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs last inning. There's a show bunt attempt, bat pulled back.
Flitter's got that, persona. He's lanky, long arms, good speed, just, confident.
Yeah, got to have that, or at least the confident part as
Yeah.
far as to be a leadoff
Yeah.
hitter.
Just baseball smarts, it seems like.
Yep, and athletic. 2-0. Pulls the bat back again, and a called strike on Flitter. Runner at second is Caden Blank. He got there by a walk. And 1 out. Popped up foul. Third base side, and it will be out of play. Two with 1 down. Flitter. Ready? Now the pitch. There's a ground ball hit to the right side. Good job by Mccluskey to get the ball. He tosses on over to Russell, covering the bag. Nice job defensively by both Mccluskey and Russell.
Well, I tell you what, Russell, as soon as that ball was hit, was moving that direction, and it was a wise move.
Runner Blank on over to third. Bring up the number 2 batter, Casey Bartelt. Bartelt has walked and singled and scored a run. Top of 4. 6-2. Bartelt, the starting right fielder. There's a fly ball out towards left center. It's pretty deep. And it's going to one hop the fence. Bartelt into second, standing with a double.
Tell you what, as soon as that ball left the bat, you could just see that it was earmarked for the bottom of that fence.
Our score now at 6-3. This will bring up the number 3 batter, Will Krupp. Krupp has struck out and sacrificed. Krupp asked for time. Was granted it. Inside. We're in the 4th, 1 out. 2 outs, 1 run across, and a runner at second. There's a slap towards left, and it is foul by about 6 feet. One. There's a ground ball. Mccluskey's got it. He's going to flip over to Russell, covering the bag. Again, well played. That's out number 3. 1 run across for Fond du Lac here in the top of the 4th. 6-3 is our score.
Well, a dandy ball game. It's a tight one, 6-3, and Prairie du Chien with the lead.
All right. Top of the order, leading things off is Maddox Chayka for Prairie du Chien in the bottom of the fourth inning. Chayka's third plate appearance. He has struck out and flew out to center field. And there's a swing and out of play. On the mound, Keegan Wagner. Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs in relief of Nate Miller. Swing and a miss by Chayka. Behind the plate is Ian Stoffel, Ian Sable at first, Brett Butts, second baseman Sam Baker at short, and Luke Flitter is playing third. The 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball called strike. Chayka goes down looking for out number one here in the fourth. The outfield for Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, Caden Blank, Will Krupp, and Casey Bartelt. This will be Colton Thompson stepping to the plate, left-handed batter. Grounded out 4-3 and had singled and scored. Reached first on that single and then went to second, went to third, and went to home on 3 wild pitches.
Kind of a nutty way to get around the bases.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a strike called on Thompson. Count 1-1.
Game coming up a little bit later here at 7:30 will feature Denmark, and they will battle with the host Viroqua 138ers. Viroqua, only team left undefeated.
The swing and fouled off by Thompson. Count 2-2 on Thompson. And there's a breaking ball again for a strike. 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth. Bring up Chase Fischer. Fischer has walked and scored in the first inning and then struck out looking in the third. It's a called strike to Fischer. And a swing and a miss by Fischer. Elimination game, Ken?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, both teams have lost a game already. 0-2 the count. And that's 0-3. It bounces. The catcher comes out, throws on to first. That's the third out. 3 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the home half of the fourth. Score at 6-2 Prairie.
Well, we come back, and again, we mentioned that we have one game left here at 7:30 tomorrow. We have to wait and see how things are going to play out with these, two ball games. We will start at 2:00. There is the chance of a 4:30 ball game.
All right. Ken, I cheated St. Mary's Springs again. It's actually 6-3 instead of 6-2. As I said before we went to break there. Leading things off in the top of the 5th inning will be Ian Stoffel and Sam Baker and Ian Sable. 4, 5, 6 batters in the Fond du Lac St. Mary's lineup, and they trail 6-3. Stoffel. Fly ball out of play. Stoffel.
That got up into the cement bleachers. Took a high bounce back right down to the flooring, right into the hands of a young man. He'll pick up a freezy on that and say, hey, there's good luck.
All right, Stoffel on base twice already with a hit by pitch and a walk. A fly ball out to right field, high fly ball. Fischer is out there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. All right, this will bring up Sam Baker. Baker has walked twice. And that pitch is fouled back right into the glove of Wagner. It's Brady Russell on the mound right now for Prairie. Ty Wagner behind the plate. Aiden Mccluskey, the first baseman. Tommy Mara is at second. John Nicholson at short. And Maddox Shaka at third. The outfield, Colton Thompson, Owen Oldenburg, and Chase Fischer. Ball high to Baker.
3-1.
3-1 the count. That was a strike. So the count full. And that one will bounce in. So Baker down to first with another walk. He's been on base all 3 times. We'll bring up Ian Sabo. Sabo is flown out to center field and to right field the other second time on a sac fly. There's a strike to Sabo. 1 down. 5th inning. Again, our score, it's 6-3. There's a shot out towards right field on 1 hop. Fisher's going to get it. So a base hit by Sabo. This is Keegan Wagner batting now. Came into the game as a relief pitcher. first at bat in the state tournament, I believe. Runners advanced on that last pitch, so they're at second and third. Baker at third. Sable at second. 1 out. 2-1 the count. Pitch from Russell. There's a ground ball hit to the second baseman. Morrow's got it, and on over to first for out number 1, but a run will score. Two outs. Sable advances on over to third.
They have 1 on the board, Chuck. I wonder if we should 1 out on the board.
I've got 2 outs, yeah.
Okay.
Two outs.
Okay.
Okay.
See, that you have an official book.
No. An assistant, how's that? Runner at third. This is Caden Blank. Blank is flown out center. There's a base hit to right for Blank. Another run will score. The bottom of the order now, Brett Butts, the batter. Butts has struck out and grounded out. 6-3. 6-5 our score now with those 2 runs in this 5th inning for Fond du Lac St. Mary's Springs. There's another ball hit through the parking lot, bounced off a vehicle, and then right probably all the way back to the fence. They'll have a difficult time finding that one. 1-1. The bat pulled back in time. Counted 2-1 to Butts. Runner at first is Blank. 3-1. 2 outs. 2 runs across here in the 5th. And there's a walk to Butts. And that brings us to the top of the order. And Luke Flitter.
Russell motions for Wagner to come out. He wants to chat with him just for a moment. Slap the gloves and say, okay, here we go.
Flitter is grounded out to second, walked and scored a run in the 3rd, and then grounded out to the first baseman, who tossed to the pitcher covering.
Mccluskey not covering first base.
Playing fairly deep. Good observation there, Ken. Mccluskey at first fairly deep. Letting the runner get a big lead there, and that ball's fouled right back. We're in the 5th. Good job by Wagner not allowing that to get to the screen. Runners have to stay at first and second. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded right back to Russell. Russell on over to first. That's the 3rd out. 2 runs across, though. We're at 6-5.
Well, the Ledgers have a couple of shots left here against Prairie du Chien. They've got to stop them here, though.
Prairie du Chien batting here in the home half of inning number 5. Prairie leads 6-5. It's going to be Aiden Mccluskey, Ty Wagner, and John Nicholson. Mccluskey reached base both times, once on a single, and then a walk and scored back in the third. Mccluskey now 3 for 9 in the tournament. There's a slicer down the third base side to the dugout.
Well, this game an hour and a half into it, and still 2 full innings to go.
McCluskey with a 1-2 pitch, fouls off another one. McCluskey just finished his senior year in high school. An all-conference selection, all-district selection for Prairie du Chien. There's a ground ball hit to the first baseman. Sabo will take it unassisted.
Good job staying in front of that. Had it kind of roll off the glove into his chest, but right at his feet, and easy play.
It's going to bring up Ty Wagner, the catcher. Wagner, second team all-conference, will just be a junior this year. He has flew out to right field and homered.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot on that home run.
Yes, 3 for 9 in the tournament. Fouls it off.
Well, next year, for 2023, the state Class A Legion baseball tournament will be held in Prairie du Chien.
That'll be nice again.
Yeah.
Keep it in this part of the state. There's a ground ball towards the middle. Butts over, though, and he's going to get it, and that's going to... They're going to call Wagner out on that on a very, very close play.
Bang, bang on that one.
Yep. Let's bring up John Nicholson. Nicholson swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Brett Butts is going to be there. Doesn't hardly have to move, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. Move to the 6th inning.
Well, here we go for the Springs Ledgers. They have 2 shots. We're in the top of the 6th. Let's see what happens.
All right, they're going to go with the 2-3-4 batters in their lineup. It'll be Casey Bartelt, Will Krupp, and Ian Stoffel. Bartelt has walked and 2 base hits. Scored 1 run. It's fouled back. Bartelt now 3 for 9 in the tournament.
I think Wagner got a piece of that one again.
Yeah. Then Eisen the official talking to him there as he cleaned up the plate. It's Brady Russell on the mound. Fouled back. 52 pitches so far for Russell. He should be good to finish the game pitch-wise if coach decides. Unless we go into extra innings. The 2-2 pitch. And there's a called strike 3 on Bartelt for out number 1 in the 6th. That'll bring up Will Krupp.
I almost wonder if he didn't change him up a little bit with that fastball inside.
Krupp has struck out, sacrificed, and then grounded out first baseman to the pitcher covering. 6th inning. There's a fly ball out towards right field. The sun could be a factor here. Fischer is going to be there, and he'll make it look easy with the one-handed catch.
Well, he had some loft to it, but needed about another, 20 feet for the distance.
Oldenburg backing up on that play. I'd like to see that from your center fielder, backing up everything to his right or left.
He traveled a long ways on that one.
2 outs, Ian Stoffel batting now. Stoffel takes that pitch inside. Stoffel has been hit by pitch and walked. And then a fly ball to right field. Stoffel 1 for 10 in this state tournament here so far. We're in the 6th inning. St. Mary's trailing 6-5. Another in tight from Russell. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled back.
Wagner had the ball bounced off from the netting, and he caught it on the bounce off the netting, and he turned and looked and then started smiling at Lynn Eisensee. Just count. That's not going to count, huh?
You like to see that interaction. I do at least.
Yeah. Well, and Wagner's had a tough time behind the plate there. He's been knocked around a little bit today.
Fouled off again by Stoffel.
And he's had 3 baseballs ricochet off from him that have, kind of rocked him a little bit. And he's still got a sense of humor.
The full count pitch swung on and fouled off again by Stoffel. Two outs. Stoffel back in there again. Count full. There's a drive out towards center field. And Oldenburg will make the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the 6th. We go to the home half. Prairie leads 6-5.
Well, Chuck, we're getting closer and closer to the end. This is getting to be exciting.
Yes, home half of inning number 6. Prairie leads 6-5. Leading things off for Prairie will be Tommy Mara. He'll be followed by Brady Russell and then Owen Oldenburg as far as the scheduled hitters in this inning. Tommy Mara has been hit by pitch and singled and scored a run. Mara, 3 for 8 in the tournament.
Well, he was nearly hit by that one as the ball went behind him. This is the 7, 8, 9 part of the order, and you know that Coach Nate Chayka would love to see the Grasshoppers scratch out an insurance run.
Or 2, yeah. And that's a foul ball by Mara. Again, as said, Prairie leads 6-5. Bottom of 6.
Of course, the defense, now their job is to hold them right here and see what they can do offensively.
There's a foul ball out to the parking. Ooh, that one did hit the hood of that truck.
Ouch.
Count full on Mara. Follows that one off. In the 3-2 pitch. There's a base hit from Mara between third and short. Brady Russell now stepping to the plate. Russell has flew out to third base and singled.
Let's see if they do a little small ball here, Chuck.
All right. Russell 5 for 10 in the tournament, having him a good tournament. No indication right there.
None at all.
Looking down to coach. Does Russell for the sign. Mara gets his lead. Swing and miss.
That almost looked like a bit of a changeup or something. Had him out in front.
A little off speed. Mara again gets his lead, gets a little bigger lead. And he's going to take off. Abunda's down to the pitcher. The pitcher will take it on over to first. So a sacrifice by Russell for out number 1. almost think that Mara might have had that base stolen.
Right. He got a great jump.
He did. He did. All right, this is going to bring Owen Oldenburg to the bat. Oldenburg has reached on a fielder's choice, or hit into a fielder's choice. There's a base hit to right, and it's going to get past Bartelt out there. Oldenburg is going to be into second, and Mara will score. There's that insurance run, Ken, that you were talking about.
Yep. Now they got to face the top of the order.
So Oldenburg comes up big with that base hit. And back to the top of the order. It's Maddox Chayka for his fourth plate appearance in this game. He struck out twice and flew out to center field. Chayka, 3 for 13 in the tournament so far. Will be a senior this fall. Quarterbacking the Prairie du Chien football team. There's a fly ball out towards center. Krupp will grab it and then throw it back in. Got 2 outs.
And good hustle by Oldenburg as he tags up on that deep fly ball to center field and hustles down to third, 90 feet away with another score.
Colton Thompson now batting. Thompson, the left fielder. And Thompson, a fly ball. This pretty deep out to center field. And Will Krupp is going to make that catch also for out number 3. But another run across for Prairie. They're going to lead 7-5 to the top of the 7th.
Well, it's do or die time here for the Ledgers of Fond du Lac.
7-5. Ledgers trail. It'll be Sam Baker, Ian Sable, and Keegan Wagner scheduled up here for the Springs. Top of the 7th. That pitch outside. Brady Russell on the mound for Prairie. Baker has been on all 3 times, all 3 walks. There's a fly ball out towards right center, and it's going to be caught there by Chase Fischer for out number 1.
Well, he was trying to split the gap out there, but unfortunately the ball lifted on him, and Fischer was there.
To bring up Ian Sobel with 1 out. Sobel has flown out to center, flown out to right with a sacrifice, and then singled and scored back in the 5th inning. Sobel, 5 for 10. Number 27. One down. There's a strike from Russell. Count at 0-2. There's a ground ball to Nicholson at short. Nicholson with that strong arm and a scoop. Going to get by McCluskey. And so that's an E6. And the runner over to second.
Yeah, that ball went out of play, Chuck, and that's why he wound up at second base.
Okay.
Skipped underneath the glove.
So a two-base error. This is going to bring up Keegan Wagner, number 18. Wagner has grounded out 4-3 back in the fifth. There's a grab by Nicholson. That's going to be a base hit.
Tell you what, that was a really nice play. It saves a run, actually, because that gets out to left field. You know the runner is going to be motoring.
All right, runners at first and third, one down. Caden Blank batting now. Blank has flown out to center field, walked and scored a run, and then singled back in the fifth. Runners at first and third.
Bit of a changing curve of some sort there. It kind of floated in for the strike.
This is popped up. We're going to rate on top of our roof. Count at 1-1 now to Blank. One out. Runners at first and third. 7-5. The Ledgers trail. We're in the top of the seventh. That's fouled straight back. Count 1-2. There's a fly ball popped up out of play.
Out behind the bleachers here to our left.
Okay. One and two. One down. Runners at first and third. And there's a called strike. Makes it 2 outs. And this will be bringing up Brett Butts. Butts has struck out, grounded out, and walked. 0 for 6 in the tournament.
Do you send the runner at first at this time? No?
I don't,
Yeah.
but because that could be Wagner's focus. The runner takes off, I'm going to cut him down.
That's true.
There's a called strike on Butts. Count 1-1. But I'm not the coach, and we'll see what happens. There's a pitch just outside. 2-1. That's going to get away.
Nope, they're going to keep him. Well, and it's still running around here.
Yeah. It's going to get away from the catcher. The runner at third didn't attempt to come on home, but now Wagner is at second.
Well, now a base hit could make it real interesting here.
Yes, it would. Yeah. We count at 3-1, 2 outs, runners at second and third. There's a called strike. All right, count full on Brett Butts.
Tying run at second base.
Where do you want to be right now? Do you want to be pitching, Ken, or you want to be batting?
I'd like to bat.
I would too. All right. The bases are full with a walk. And back to the top of the order. It's going to bring up Luke Flitter. Flitter is due.
Well, he's a tough out.
He is one walk, and then he is grounded to the second baseman, and then back to the pitcher to first, and also first cover the pitcher covering. Top of the order. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. That was a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. 0-2. 1 strike away for Prairie. Oh and 2, bases loaded, 2 down. Top of the 7th. 7-5 is our score. Russell. Set and the pitch.
Now here, Chuck, with 2 down and the crack of the bat, everybody's going. If he splits that outfield, look out for the runner at first with good speed.
Yeah. 1-2. 2-2. A little tense. The 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder, a hopper over the pitcher's mound. And everybody is going to be safe. The throw coming home.
He's out.
And they're going to get him at home.
Wow.
After a run scored to force the tag out at home. Prairie's going to win 7-6.
My goodness. That was, I tell you what, why not send him, though? That was a gutsy play. He slides in underneath that high tag, but he got tagged right in the forehead as he was trying to reach home plate, and that is a crazy way to end a ball game. Very well played, and these teams going to come across, shake hands, and tell you what, they could give each other a hug and say that was a heck of a game. We'll take a break and come right back. As Chuck is working on the stats, we'll see what we have. Well, we're coming back. We have a presentation here. I think a couple of all-tournament team selections here for St. Mary's Springs Ledgers. Luke Flitter is going to be one of those being recognized here. There he is. We'll get him, I guess, unfortunately behind the post there. So congratulations to him. And Sabo will be your other recipient here for Fond du Lac Springs Ledgers. Congratulations to those two, as they really played well and led their team here into the fourth day of the tournament, and they will finish in the number 4 spot. So again, Flitter and Sabo, your two recipients of the all-tournament team here for Class A. Chuck continues to work on things, and are you ready for the most part? Okay, well, great. How about that?
All right, for Fond du Lac St. Mary's Springs, they lose this game 7-6. Great game. 6 runs, 6 hits. They commit 2 errors. Multiple hits. Casey Bartelt goes 2 for 3, and that's the only one that I've got with multiple hits. Fond du Lac St. Mary's Springs. For Prairie du Chien, 7 runs, 7 hits. They commit 1 error. Multiple hits. Tommy Mara goes 2 for 2, and that's the only one that I have as far as multiple hits. We do have to mention too, and I think Ken, you already did. Going to the selected for the all-tournament team, Luke Flitter from Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs and Ian Sabo. So Prairie moves on. They'll play tomorrow.
Well, congratulations to both these teams and to the Grasshoppers. As Chuck said, they will move on tomorrow. And again, we'll have to wait and see who's going to play when and what and everything. We do know it's going to be a 2 o'clock ball game. We just have to wait and see if they'll be taking on Denmark or if they take on the Viroqua 138ers. If Viroqua, actually, to be honest with you, they're going to play Denmark because even if Denmark wins, Viroqua would be the last undefeated team, so they would get the bye. So we do know this. It will be Prairie du Chien taking on Denmark, regardless if Denmark wins or loses. If Denmark loses, they're done, and they would play Viroqua at 2 o'clock, and that would be considered the first championship game. So we'll explain more on that a little bit later. We're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, and it's going to be a bit of a break because, we do want to talk with Nate Chayka. He's actually going to be talking with the Prairie du Chien radio station. We'll give them a chance to talk to the home folks and then come back and speak with us. We'll be down below on that. So stay tuned. We'll have Nate Chayka on here in a few moments. All right, Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Well, congratulations there, Nate. My goodness, that was quite a ball game.
Yeah, we talked as coaches after that game. Prairie du Chien has to be the most exciting team to watch play here at the state tournament. We're keeping the fans on their toes for 7 innings every night, it seems like right now.
There's no question about that one, right?
Yeah.
So take a look here. You started Maddox. He did pretty well. He had a lot of pitches though, and you pulled him at one point there with a 3-0 count. What was the idea there?
Well, we had walked about 5 or 6 guys, hit a couple guys at that point, and we were going to go out, let him start the 4th inning. He left 3 straight balls up in the zone, and when we gave up that many free bases already at that point, we just knew it was a time for a change, and we've got plenty of arms here still left. So we're confident in any guy that we put out there, and it happened to be the right move.
Yeah, well, it turned out for sure with that. Russell came in and did a great job.
Yeah, he stayed around the zone the whole time. We made plays for him, had a couple of mental errors at shortstop there in the 7th, but other than that, everybody made plays. We stayed around the zone. He got a couple strikeouts, got some lazy fly balls, and that's all we could ask for.
I thought that Ty Wagner could almost get like a Purple Heart. He kept getting beat up behind the plate, and he comes up with a big home run.
Yes, he did. Ty, and not a lot of people understand, Ty's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
And he's done a phenomenal job. We still got to work with him defensively on blocking with his chest protector a little bit more yet. But that'll come. He's young. A couple big hits for us yesterday and another big one today.
So you take a look going into the bottom of the 6th inning. You're up by 1, and it's the 7, 8, 9 part of the order, and those kids come through to get on base, and you pick up an extra run.
Yes, our bottom of our order over the last 2 games has come up huge for us, and they've been struggling for the last couple of weeks. But yesterday against Westby Coon Valley and today again, I think between the 2 games we probably got 6, 7 hits out of those guys, and we haven't had it in a long time. And our top of our order struggled a little bit today, and those guys down low come up big for us.
Yeah. I think you could have the nickname Perseverance or something like that.
Something like that. We're entertaining. That's what we're doing.
Heart attack kids.
Yeah, they're going to give me one here.
Well, Nate, congratulations. We know you're going to be back here playing at 2 o'clock. It just depends on whatever happens with this game coming up behind us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Appreciate it, Ken.
All right, Nate Chayka, congratulations there as they'll come back and play again at 2 o'clock tomorrow. We'll come back here ourselves with the 138ers and Denmark in just about a half an hour.